So I put up a post on our community tab asking which tutorial should come up next, and you all chose the palazzo pant instead of the cargo pant, but I will still upload a video on the cargo pants to compensate those that want the cargo pant. Hi guys, my name is Naya John. I teach ladies how to make beautiful dresses. So for this pant, I got 6 yards of fabric or a full Ankara set, and I'll be dividing it into 2 equal parts. Okay, after dividing it, for this pant you actually need like 2.5 yards of fabric. You don't need the whole 3 yards. Okay, now fold your fabric into 2. The first thing we want to cut is the front pieces. Okay, after you fold into 2 just like this, get your tape. We're going to start with creating the crotch area. Now for the crotch area, place your tape rule from the center of your fabric. Go in by 3 inches for the width, and then for the depth of the crotch, we are going in by 12 inches. Okay, you know this particular palazzo pant has a fitted waistband and also a fly zipper in front, so please stay close. Okay, now once we have marked the depth, we'll connect from that depth back to the waist line of our pant. After that, the next thing we want to do is to create a curve at that midpoint, just like this. Now once you've created this curve, you're done with that crotch area. Now the next thing to do is to mark our waist measurement. Now for the waist area, we are dividing our waist circumference by 4. My waist circumference is 28. Divide by 4, that will give me 7. Please notice where I'm placing my tape. Okay, I place my tape on that crotch line. Now 28 divided by 4 is 7. I'll add 6 inches and that will give me 13. I'll go ahead and mark 13 on the waist area. Now place your tape, go in by 9 inches. That 9 inches is your hip line. For the hip, divide your hip by 4, that will give me 10.5. Now 10.5, I'll add just 4 inches for that hip line. I'll add just 4 inches and I'll mark 14 right there. I'll connect what I have on the hip to the waist. Now whatever it is I have on the hip, I'll also connect it all the way to the hem of my pant. As you're connecting to the hem of your pant, you can be increasing the wideness. Okay, now go down by 7 inches on that your crotch line. Go in by 1 inch, just like this. Now connect that 1 inch you went in by, connect it to the hem of your pant, and also connect it to the crotch area, just like this. And that is that about the front pattern. Now the next thing to do is to cut out. Another way to cut this pant is use your hip measurement for your waist area. Whatever you have on the hip, make sure that's what you have on the waist. That way it will avoid any extra bulge at the hip area. Now this is the front piece. Okay, the next thing I want to do is to create the back piece. Now I'll get my remaining fabric and I'll place my front piece right on top my fabric for the back piece. Make sure that you have extra, especially at the crotch area, okay, because the back would be wider slightly than the front. Now I'm going to be tracing what I have on my front crotch area on the fabric for the back, extending by ½ an inch. Then when I get to the edge, I'm going to go out by extra 1 inch. That's for the crotch area. Then I'll simply connect from that point all the way to the hem of the pant. You can see that the back is wider by 1 inch. The next thing to do would be to cut out. Now you can see that I only extended the crotch area, but every other part is the same. Now when cutting out, I noticed that the hip area had some bulge, and then I trimmed the bulge out. You can see that my pants look better now. Now look at the front piece and the back piece. The difference is that the back is longer than the front. Now get your tape rule, place it from the edge of your waistline on the front piece. Go in by 2 inches. Okay, then connect from that 2 inches down to 6 inches. Okay, once you mark that 6 inches, connect both dots, and this will be for your pocket. Remember, you are doing this only on the front piece. Now after marking this, you can go ahead and cut that out. For the pocket, I have this fabric that is 20 inches long. Make sure that it is up to 2. Okay, you need 2 of these 20 inches long fabric, and we'll be using it to cut our pocket. Now after you've gotten the fabric can see the way I'm separating it, because one is for the left pocket and the other is for the right pocket. It will be 20 inches long and about 10 inches wide. So I'm going to place this exactly under that our pocket area and then cut out just like this. After cutting out, guys, this is what you'd have. Now remember, I told you the wideness for this your pocket should be up to 10 inches. Mine is not up to 10, so I'm going to be adding this black fabric to complete it. Okay, so once we have gotten the wideness we need for the pocket, the next thing will be to fix the pocket and stitch it up with the front pieces. To do that, get one of your pockets. You're going to get one of your pockets and get one part of your front piece. Okay, place both of them right sides facing each other, just like this. Now make sure that they are properly aligned, then pin up and then take it to the sewing machine to stitch up. Do the same thing for the other side, the other part of the front piece. Now after stitching up, this is what it will look like. Now you will now fold your pocket into two like this. Please pay attention, okay? After folding it into two like this, go ahead and pin up the edges. Make sure you hold the edge very equal, then pin up. After pinning up, go ahead and stitch that area you pinned up with 1/2 inch, okay? Now after stitching, turn this to the right side like this. This is what you have. You can see the way I'm placing it, right? It's already looking like pocket. Now the next thing you want to do is to pin up the top part, pin it up and then stitch it, and then also the sides of your pocket, yes, pin up and also stitch. Okay, now once you've done this, you have successfully attached your pocket, your front pocket. This is what the inside will look like, and let's take this to the sewing machine and just stitch up. After stitching up, guys, this is what you have on the front pieces. Now for the fly zipper, you need 2 pieces of fabric. Make sure they are 10 inches long and 2.5 inches wide. Now this is what we'll be using to fix the zipper. You can also use that residue you got from cutting the crotch area, okay? Now get one of those flaps you have there, place it on one of the pieces for the front. Make sure the right sides are facing each other, just like this, and make sure that the rough edges are aligned. Then stitch down. Now after stitching, this is what it will look like, okay? This is what it will look like. Now get your zipper. I didn't have like the short zipper for, so I'll just be making do with this invisible zipper. So you place it at the center of that flap. What did I say? Center, exactly at the center of your flap. Please pay close attention. So I'm just cutting out the excess length from the zipper because it was disturbing, okay? So I'm just going to use pin to secure this so that my zipper head doesn't run. Now after fixing the first flap, if you fold it in, this is what it will look like from the inside, okay? Now get your second flap. Now you place the zipper at the edge of the second flap, at the very edge, and then you stitch down. All right, after stitching, guys, this is what we have. Now I'll get the other part for the front and then I'll place it on that zipper, just like this. So this is the other half of my front piece. I'll place it on the second flap and then stitch. Make sure the right sides are facing each other. Now after stitching that down, this is what I will have. So once you close the zipper, this is what you have. You can now go ahead and create that top stitch. You can use your chalk to highlight the lines so that you don't make mistakes. Now before top stitching, you have to make sure that you have stitched up the remaining part of your crotch area. That remaining area where the flap thing gets to, you stitch them up neatly. After stitching them up, then you can go ahead and top stitch. Now to top stitch, open your zipper like this. The next thing I want to do is to top stitch on that line that you drew, okay? Just top stitch on that line that you drew. Make sure you do not stitch on the second flap, just only on the first flap, like so. Please make sure you stitch carefully make sure you stitch on the right line, and also make sure you're not stitching on the second flap. Okay, while sewing, just make sure you're using your hand to remove the second flap. Now that I am done stitching, the last thing I'll do for this flap is flip this to the back, the wrong side of your fabric. After that, you're going to hold both flaps together just like I am doing right now. Hold them together and then give it a good stitch. I'm done stitching the flap area, and this is what it looks like. I'm sorry if the Ankara is not making it as clear as possible, okay, but if you follow the instruction, you definitely get the same result. Now get your back pieces, place them together like this, and stitch up the crotch area. After stitching up the crotch area for the back piece, this is what you'd have. Okay, now open this up, place the front piece on top of the back piece. Make sure the right sides are facing each other. Hold the center crotch of the front and the center crotch of the back just like this. Pin them, secure with pin, and then go ahead and stitch all the way through using half an inch. See how I stitched round about those areas with half an inch? Very easy. Now the next thing you want to do is to go ahead and stitch up the sides of your pants using exactly half an inch. Okay, I'll be uploading a tutorial by tomorrow showing you how to fix your fitted waistband.